Okay, so maybe I went a little bit overboard. At first you may be thinking, nobody in their right mind would ever need 20 cubic feet of perlite, but that's where you're wrong. It was so cheap, I just couldn't help myself, because it is lawn and garden clearance time. Every fall, retailers clean out their inventory of leftover lawn and garden products, often for pennies on the dollar. We're talking about discounts 50, 60, 70, 80% off or more than they were in the spring or summer. For example, I scored some perlite at an unbelievable price from the website greenhousemegastore.com. So now is the time of year where it is in your best interest to start looking at online retailers for lawn and garden clearance items shipped to your door, because it is the lowest risk and the lowest entry cost to get them. Another great place to look, of course, is Amazon. They have a deals section that you can go through and filter through for lawn and garden clearance items. In fact, one of the things I like to do for my viewers is, in my Amazon store, I maintain a today's deals list where I go through that list every single day and I pin my favorite lawn and garden deals. I'll link to that list down in the video description. You can check that every day for good deals. Another good thing you should do is, if you ever find yourself in a big box retailer store like Lowe's or Home Depot or Tractor Supply or Walmart, even if you're in there getting something else, make sure you check out the lawn and garden area this time of year, because they often have things marked down. Things like fertilizer, things like pots, things like old plants that they couldn't sell, or fruit trees that they're selling for pennies on the dollar. There could be garden hoses. All kinds of different things go on clearance this time of year. It's common this time of year, I always receive comments from viewers that say, guess what I found? I found fertilizer selling for 90% off in my lawn and garden store. That is awesome. It's a great find. I have found it many times just happening to be there, and I get lucky. But I do want to issue this word of warning. Clearances are usually random, and they happen at different times during the year for different locations, so you never know what you're going to find. I highly recommend everybody check websites daily looking for good lawn and garden deals at this time, because there's basically no upfront cost for you to do that. But whatever you do, don't go to a big retail store just to check for lawn and garden deals when you don't need anything else, because driving to those stores is very expensive. For example, if it's 20 miles round trip and it takes you an hour and a half to do so, if you make 30 bucks an hour and it's 70 cents a mile, you just spent $59 of your own money going there and back to a trip. So you have to factor that cost in. That's why I recommend only checking these stores if you already happen to be there, or if you just happen to be driving by and it's en route to somewhere else, in order to save you some time and money. Those are real costs. Don't discount them. So, friendly reminder, there are some fantastic deals to be had this time of year. So keep your eyes out. Just maybe don't go as overboard as I tend to go. And that's today's 2-minute garden tip.
If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell to receive new video notifications, and check out our Amazon storefront and spread shop in the video description for a list of the gardening products I use and awesome custom designed apparel and other gear. Your support is greatly appreciated.